Hi there, everyone. This is Jim the Keys bartender coming to you from Key Largo. I'm here with Papa Joe. Say hi, Papa Joe. Are you
Hey,
there?
everybody, how's it going?
Oh, good.
I'm
Okay,
here.
good. We are live, so I have the chats open. I'm going to go and put in there some. Last week I had J-Ron from Nova Scotia on. Let's anybody out there? There was. Let's see. I'm just typing out a quick question. Enter. Put that in there. So how you been?
It's been a rainy, windy, hot week.
Yep, we've had here in the Keys. It's been well, it has been raining and hot. It was cool at night. It's kind of busy of the. It's the beginning of the rainy season. With
It seems that way, doesn't it? I mean, it's been raining quite a bit.
well, typically it's when the winds shift to come out of the south and the southeast or southwest, and then we get more moisture coming up. And we have had more moisture. It was dry a couple months, so we'll see how what that does to us here. I in the past week I went back to work yesterday, which we'll talk about that a little later. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, and how about you? You've have you noticed any changes around here? We've there seems to be a little more traffic on the road, more people, more businesses opening up, so there has to be more, uh, you know, trips back and forth
Yeah,
from the
no,
mainland.
we actually went. It's funny. Uh, Damon and I and Jenna,
Hmm.
lovely Jenna, who we went to Blackwater Siren real quick to get something to eat,
Hmm.
and you know, it's I didn't realize how much I missed kind of going out somewhere, just sitting down, chilling out, eating.
Hmm.
And I even turned to both of them and said, it, it just seems odd, to like a new experience again.
Hmm.
It was just different, but turns out we all kind of missed it.
Oh well. Well, it seems like they did, and I did mention uh, this weekend with the prospect of the catch, the place I work opening up. I was speculating that there wasn't enough business down here for locals. You know, locals coming out, and the amount of people that had jobs and money and wanted to get out to really go. But yesterday proved me wrong. We went on a reduced staff. We only allowed up to 50%, and we had what it would have been a slow night uh, normally, but I thought it was huge considering we had a reduced staff, so it was kind of busy
Well, it
for
seemed
us.
busy because I drove by there and you had a bunch of cars in the lot.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we have that because of the size of the parking lot, but yeah, there was a lot of people, a lot of to-go orders, a lot of people, and that could be the novelty. That could be the novelty of it opening up again. And that's the restaurant. I'm going to give a promo for that. And just a reminder, if you are listening live, if you come across the show live, um, the we are if you go to the Spreaker app and you're listening to us on the Spreaker app, you can chat with us live on the app. There's a chat application. I can answer any questions if you're there. We don't get a lot of live because I don't give a heads up because you never know what the internet's going to be like. Even now, we could be disconnected at any time. I don't know what to do necessarily with that. I just have to reconnect and start another show when that happens. But the
Yeah,
Catch
well,
Restaurant in Key Largo is 102 Oceanside. We're open this week from 12 to 8. But check if it's another week. This is the week of May 17th through the gosh, I am 17th through the 24th, and next week will be well, actually to the 23rd, really, and the 31st. I think Memorial Day is on May 31st this year, right?
I think so. Yes.
Hmm. And on June 1st, they are going to be opening up the checkpoints. That's
That'll be fun.
that'll be fun. Hey, sarcastic.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm like 50-50. Part of me does not want to see it open, and the other part of me knows, hey, that's got to happen sometime.
Mm-hmm. Um, you know, I am not one for protesting either way. I realize that I will do much better with it open, but if I don't, I I should uh, I should not promote an action that. No, I'm going to try to phrase this the right way, Joe. So correct me if you think I'm getting my message across. I don't want to promote something that is against is pro my financial self interest. Is if it's against the public interest, health interest of the public, my fellow citizens here. But if they do it, I will certainly be there to work it. And that's, you know what I'm saying?
I absolutely do. It's tough. You're torn between a rock and a hard place.
It goes against my, I care about the people, but I'm not a commissioner. I don't make those decisions, and I'm not going to be one of those people that get angry because someone made a decision to do that. And I don't feel angry about people not feeling safe either. There are people. I'm going to talk about it. Yesterday we were open up. There were a lot of people that were flaunting. He was going like, "Oh, this is bullshit." Blah blah blah. Blah. They're walking in. I had to kind of reiterate. You can't sit at the bar. We put these little tables, 4 or 5 little tables, alongside the bar, right?
Right.
And they
Right.
can sit at the tables. You get it?
Yeah, you
sit
can't
at
sit
the
at the
table.
bar yet.
They're not sitting at the bar. They're sitting at the table, and the drinks go on the table. So I said, "Listen, you're not eating off the bar. Now you can put your dirty dishes on the bar and stuff like that, maybe, and things like that. Fine, but yeah, you're not going to be eating off the bar. You're not going to be drinking off the bar. I'm going to be handing your drinks, putting on the table, and things like that." And I had to explain it to people, and they go, "Oh, well, here I am," and they go, "You're sitting at the bar," and it sounds like a kid's game, like Mother May I, man, Mother May I. Well, obviously, so I'm sitting at this table. I said, "Why do you think we put the table there? You think we put the table there just so you could sit at the bar?" I mean, I would love it if it was perfectly fine to sit at the bar. And most of the people that came in, if if they contracted this, would fare, I think, because of their general health. I believe maybe there was a couple of them would not fare as well as I would. So I just left it at that. And they came in and it was pretty decent and it was a good night. It was a good night for me. I was prepared. I'm giving up. I will say this after the fact. I had been on unemployment and I made almost as much as I made during slow season. You know that?
And I I have no problem with that. I have no problem with people applying for it and maybe even making a little more than
No.
their normal job.
Well, I thought I was going to make. Hey, listen, but I'm going to report it. I'm still going to report it. But I was pretty sure I was going to make less because of not because it's slow season. No, because a certain amount of people won't come out. But that was not the case. It looks like I'm going to be doing about the same or a little better. But I was prepared because it was time. I'm not one to. I truly believe that the unemployment is there to help you when you're not employed. The funny thing about it is that they keep on right at the end. They did not during the duration of when they issued the new unemployment guidelines. There was a work requirement or looking for work requirement. And you had to put
Right.
three each week. You have to put three different ones. Now, we knew we were going to open up. Now, if I'm looking for work, I'd have to mislead. If I'm looking for a job, I'd say, well, I'm only looking for a job now until my other job opens up, so I'll leave your job as soon as as soon as they reopen up.
Yeah, that almost seems it seems like the unemployment system, in light of that, still had some of the typical historical questions and requirements. The whole system didn't conform to the immediate needs of the pandemic.
Well, it wasn't ready for
really
the influx of the people. It certainly wasn't ready. But they did waive that.
Oh, I don't think
they did waive the work requirement.
I
and there
just
were
don't.
gig jobs available and stuff like that. And I have to tell you, Joe, I could have probably went to work for those shopping the shopping services. But Jesus Christ, it is so funny that that's the job that's really available, right?
Yeah.
Because I did that. I had a company called, I can talk about it. I owned it. It was my company called Delivery for the Keys, and I was a delivery service. And it was prior to them having it available down here in the Keys. It was 5 years ago, 6 years ago I started, and then it became. I started doing equipment rental for vacationers, but that I did that delivery for the Keys. It was alcohol and all that stuff I would deliver to people, and it was not lucrative. It was a good side gig. I did maybe the couple, when it was really hot, maybe 5-6 grand, and then I started doing other things. I started adding different companies. I never made enough in 1 year that had to file any taxes for it. But I hated the grocery shopping thing, and we didn't talk about this yet. The thing I hated is that people would give you a specific order for things, and they may or may not be available. Like there could be strawberry low-fat Go-Gurt, right? I mean, there could be a Go-Gurt, and it might be strawberry, but it won't be low-fat. It could be banana, and all that shit. And then you're like, well, what if that's not available? And then you got to go and text them back and forth for everything that's not available. So you could go through a whole shopping list, and 6 things may not be available. And God forbid it's at Whole Foods, and they have this weird shit up there. You don't know about it. And they may or may not have it, right? So when people go shopping themselves, if there's something's not available, they go and substitute something else for it. Well, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I mean, some people can be very specific and very picky. But my question is, I guess they don't. Do they publish a list of their items for sale, like, say, your typical big supermarket?
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Can people go online?
It's not always a given, especially for weird items, unique items, that they're available. Like a gluten-free, if let's say, I don't know if there is a gluten-free Pop-Tart, but I mean, I almost assuredly there isn't one. But if there was one and it was Pop-Tarts and stuff like that, and you wanted strawberry frosted gluten-free Pop-Tarts, and that was the one thing they had different, they may not have it. Or like the different types of Oreos. They got peanut butter Oreos and shit like that. So I went to family size peanut butter Oreos, and then when you get the wrong thing, they assume it's not you. They assume it's you. Like, oh, this person doesn't know what they're doing. And I see it, and oh my God, I used to hate doing this. But I used to charge, I have to say, I made at least 2 to 3 times more money than these people do for these delivery services, right? If you don't, if they decide not to tip you, you may make $10 an hour, at most $10 an hour. Driving your vehicle and shit like that. $10 an hour. Now, some of these people they showed they can do $180, $200 a day, but it's a lot of stress for someone like me that say I don't have this, and they're taking but they have Instacart. This isn't available. We do like this. They don't have the scent-free detergent. So what do you want instead? and you're doing it for each order. And so, you know how hard it is, if you have a big ass grocery order, how hard it is for you to follow your own list,
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine now you got to put
following someone
yourself
else's
in
list.
yeah, you got to put yourself in the mind of someone else.
Yeah. What are they doing? I want the low fat honey baked ham, extra thin, 3/4 of a pound. All right if it goes over, not all right if it goes under. You know, make sure it's very thin. And you're like, oh my God, everything has to be right. And it's, it's not like being a craftsman when someone orders something. You have it, you're building it, but going out to get things for people, it's a pain in the balls. There was an order. There was people originally when I did when I used to always wait for this order. They didn't really give a shit about the food items. They had maybe 20 different food items they wanted, but they primarily wanted liquor and beer and cigarettes and dip, that smokeless tobacco.
Yeah.
And
Golly.
I go there, and the order would be like $350 or something like that. And they said, "Can you handle this?" And I go, "Well, yeah, I'll pay for it." And they go, because we could pay you ahead of time. I said, "Well, you don't know how it's going to be." And then I'm going to charge. What I did is I charged 25% on it, on top of it, and then I'd add a $5 minimum if I had to go to another store. So it would, for 320 be $80, and three different stores another $95, and then they tip like $40 on top of it. So that would make $140, and it was about 2 hours worth of work. You know,
That's
uh,
not bad. But
Not
you're not
bad.
going to get
And
those
then
all the
I
time.
get two types of couple orders like that. Um, sometimes I get a really good vacation rental thing when you get a case of wine and all this stuff. And I always did it 25% because I delivered it and I put the stuff in there. I put it away. I put it in the fridge and all that stuff. And it was
Wow.
yeah. And if I did two big orders in a day, that'd be $300. So, and if they had equipment rental, I can end up, with the baby equipment. They do that, and whenever someone had a baby rental for equipment, baby like cribs, pack and plays, I said, "Do you want me to get anything? I also have a grocery shopping service. You want me to get anything?" And because I'm going to be dropping off the equipment there, and then I get them there, and some of them that was like I'd make $200 in baby equipment rental, and I could make my whole day like $350 on one delivery. That was great. I used to love that. But then competition started coming in, and so with this coronavirus, then I saw the telltale signs of the people doing online orders, doing the shopping. I see people with big ass shopping carts. During Christmas, one time, Christmas week, I had 3 full shopping carts at the front of the store. I would go and
Wow.
pay for it and go out. I had, it was, I remember I had like $675 I had to put on my card for groceries and then deliver them to
Is
the
that for
different
one
places.
person?
No, 3 different orders.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, it worked that way. That was, and yeah, it was stressful. Abby helped me and stuff like that. But still, it's not for the faint of heart. And it wasn't for me. I really, it really, I feel nervous talking about it right now.
Why is
You know,
that?
I don't know. It's just one of those things. You know how you can get in a moment like you are with chickens. You know, start thinking about chickens. You start getting fucking nervous about it. So this past week, I was riding down the bike path, and this uh, lady up ahead, I see her like 200 feet ahead, and she sees me coming, and she purposely moves off the bike path like 8 feet, right, into this parking lot area. Well, as I get closer, I see her. I point a look at her, and I go like this, and I kind of go, and I drive off to the side of the road. So I move over like 15 feet, and the lady was. It looked like she was slightly offended. Like I go, well, oh, it's all right if you move around me. I just said, well, she must be. I'm thinking in my head, she must be really infected. If she's no,
Yeah, I
I
get
did
that. And
that. I did that to curry the um, impression that she looked diseased, and it was rather mean spirited of me, but it also made me feel good. I
yeah,
did.
well, it's funny.
I like giving a wide berth, and people doing it. And I see that people coming in a restaurant, which I thought was fair. They come to pick up to-go orders, and they live here, and they're like wearing their mask and all that stuff. They go, "Oh, don't," you know. I said, "Well, I'm wearing I wear a face buff, right?
Right.
I don't have a problem. You know, fishermen do it all day. They they're wearing those things,
That's what I
and
wear.
yeah. Oh yeah, when you go fishing.
I go fishing, or I'm wearing a face buff in lieu of a mask.
Hmm.
You know how they say when you want to test a mask,
Yeah.
you hold up a flame, you try and blow through your covering. If the flame goes out, then it's not a sufficient mask.
Oh really?
Um, right. That's the quick rule of thumb. So my face buff, I double it. And if you don't know what a face buff is, it's some of you might know what a balaclava is, except it doesn't go
I think they
around
know
the
where.
head
I
like
think they know it. If they saw the show, the HBO, the HBO series, The Watchmen.
right,
It's what the policemen were wearing in it. All the policemen wore the white buffs over their face, covered right up to their nose, so,
right.
and just
It
revealed
looks
their
like a
eyes.
it looks like a stocking for the head and the neck.
Yeah. Oh, it's several businesses, people that are militant about. They have a reason. Some people they're in a bad area, and they don't like people coming in with face buffs. They want their
Well, too
faces.
bad for them. But is a mask any different? It's still covering
Well,
up.
they don't like
That.
masks. They said I should have said they don't like mask. Any face coverings.
Yeah, well, I
Okay.
imagine the people in a bank were going to be a little cranky for a while.
Well, you know what's funny? They closed my local bank, and they have that plastic. They got everything right there. The heavy duty plastic in front of it. You know, the bulletproof plastic.
Right.
All they had to do was really retrofit is to put some kind of foam in there and block everything. And, you know, it's not getting through. And I imagine the biggest point of transfer is handing checks over and cash,
Yeah.
not the in
What?
store, not the in, if you're behind the plastic. So you just stay back there, and it's actually safer probably um, than anything. And the same thing at the electric company. I went to pay my bill at the electric company, and they got the big plastic there with the small, little thing, the little well thing where you put your card in or whatever you're paying the bill for at the
Right.
electric company.
Right.
And then you got to go through the drive-through, and I go, well, that isn't. I mean, I guess the air. You're I mean, no, but I just imagine if you open a big sliding pan and putting it in there, you're getting the same amount of transfer. So I don't get
Yeah,
it.
but I just think the plastic is for the larger problem of someone coughing and the droplets coming in contact with you. I don't think you can really stop the air. We all know that
Well,
masks.
you could actually slow it down. That's the reason with the mask. They figure you inhibit
Right.
the droplets. You're inhibiting the droplets, and when both people are wearing it, it decreases it greatly. So, but I was just talking about the big thick plastic, and you could put some kind of thing in between if you really were concerned. Not similar to a mask, but that. Yeah, I mean that's. I guess people got a lesson. They know what um, they can see. Oh, that works. That doesn't work. And then you have people coming in, and the funny thing I wanted to post a friend of mine who used to have a radio show in the morning, he posted a picture of people working at McDonald's down here, the one in Tavernier, right? And they have the fight. They have the the face mask with that's just covering the mouth and their nose is exposed.
Beautiful.
And
That's awesome.
he's taking pictures of him, posting it, telling the manager about it. And I imagine the manager this is pretty much what we can get them to do. They're not going to cover their nose and stuff. I say, why the fuck are you wearing the mask? You know?
Yeah, really. I mean, it's got to be both. That is pretty funny. I see that all the time.
I bet it does something, but just. But he says, I'm worried about my health, and I go, whoa, and I didn't comment. I'm going to say this. I didn't comment. But what I could have done is say, listen, if you're really concerned about your health, you know what I was going to say? Right?
No, what?
Come on. If you're really concerned about your health, you wouldn't be going to fucking McDonald's.
Yeah, you'd stay home. What are you doing?
No, you wouldn't go to McDonald's.
No, exactly.
You don't eat at McDonald's.
Anywhere.
Not about health. I'm saying that you don't go to McDonald's if you're concerned about your health. Hypertension, diabetes. That's what I'm talking about. If you're concerned about your health,
man.
don't eat at McDonald's. Because you're gonna, maybe you might get the coronavirus, but you could get a whole bunch of other shit too that'll eventually kill you.
But I only get the.
Did you ever see Super Size Me?
Yeah, I seen Super Size Me. It's horrid.
Yeah. Okay, where are you?
Oh my God. Off? No, I just made a joke, but I only go to McDonald's because I get the salads.
Oh. Who the fuck goes into McDonald's to get the salad? I know. You do.
You got to be out of your mind.
I know, but hey, listen, I'm not. I'm concerned about health. I used to go to McDonald's when I was younger.
Of course.
When I was younger, in my 20s, I'd go once a week, twice a week. Easy. It was an easy meal when you're 20s and stuff. You need to grab a lunch. You get 2 quarter pounders, some fries and stuff. And the worst, the thing now is, I don't know if I mentioned it right now, it's a guilty pleasure because here when I teach my spin class, and let's say on a Sunday and the girls are away or something like that and I have extra time, I'm filling in for someone once a month or maybe once every other month. I go over there and I don't read what the bad stuff is for you. I know it's bad, but it's good. I don't go in there for one burger. I mean, I get a double quarter pounder with cheese. I get the extra large fries. I may or may not get a milkshake. Right? I used to get the cherry pie. I don't fucking understand why they got rid of the cherry pie and just have the apple pie anymore. I used to love the cherry pie. And even then, I get double quarter pounder and extra large fries. I may get like 2 dollar cheeseburgers too, like hors d'oeuvres. I'll just eat those 2 cheeseburgers. They're going to be gone. I used to eat like a fiend. And I could still eat more. I could still eat like a little like 6-piece McNugget thing. I know the McNuggets aren't healthy. I know it was kind of amorphous kind of chicken-like meat.
Yeah, but when you're 20,
20. I'm talking about like a couple months ago before the corona. Every month or 2 months.
Yeah, well,
that
you
one
can't
thing,
do that
cheat meal. When I do that cheat meal.
Jim, at our age, that's still deadly.
Well, when I first came down here, when I was, and I'm sober now, so I lost those calories. So I got a little more buffer room for eating, right? When I lost those calories.
That's a good excuse, Jim.
Yeah, well, I know it is. It is an excuse. But when I first came down here, I was in the gym. Let me be. And I'm not lying, 15 to 20 hours a week. Maybe more. 15 to 20 hours a week. I was in the gym. Doing like an hour lifting, an hour elliptical, half hour.
So you allowed yourself a guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure? No, whoa. That was when I was 44, 45, 46. I come home after our work, so I'd get up early in the morning, go to the gym. But after I got out of work, got home at 11 o'clock, I'd have one of those Del Giorno frozen pizzas, a microwave, a microwave barbecue rib sandwich. Yeah, yeah. Um, a pint of ice cream. Yeah,
Good
that's pretty much
Lord.
it. Yeah, I'd have the microwave sandwich, either the cheeseburger or something. It's something that tied me over while I'm waiting for the cheese for the Del Giorno pepperoni pizza, which I'd eat the whole fucking thing. It wasn't like I'm going to eat some of it and not and put it in the fridge. I'd eat all of it and go to sleep.
Holy cow.
Yep, yep, yep. And I was Christ, what was I? I was around 210, 215. Now I'm around 215. I'm around 240 now. And yeah, I guess if I don't think my body can sustain that wear of working out at the gym that I needed to do with the cardio and the lifting. But
Yeah, you got to
yeah,
change that.
I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I was there with you. Not literally, but
Into my 40s, into my mid and later
right.
40s, I was doing it.
Right, exactly. I mean, I was running 5 to 7 miles every other day. I'd alternate 5 miles and 7 miles, and then I was working out no less than 2 hours a day with weights. Maybe I'd take a day off from the weights, usually not. And being a police officer, you think it, and it is easy. You stop in a fast food place, grab something to eat. But I had quit that a long time before. I refused for the longest time to do fast food. If I was going to get something to eat, I was going to sit down to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Even though a lot of times I'd get a call, you'd have to run out and you just leave money on the table. That's just the way it goes. And everyone was always really good about it because you'd come back and they'd say, "Here, we saved your change." Because I would just, throw a 20. If it was a $10 meal, I wouldn't care. Or they'd say, "No, that your lunch today's on us because you overpaid yesterday." Everyone was very good about it, but I always had a decent meal because I just saw what my compatriots were going through, the ones who would eat at a McDonald's or a Burger King every single day. Over the course of a career, you just watch everyone's waistline just double and triple in size. And I never wanted to be that guy.
That must have been like the one. There was I haven't seen him in a while. There was a sheriff's deputy down here. He looked like he was around 300 pounds, 310 pounds. Wasn't?
Yeah, I know you're
and
talking about.
He wasn't 6'8". He was 6
No,
foot tall.
no. But what a sweetheart, though. But yeah, you're a very
nice
large guy.
No, but how?
Yeah.
How? I mean, you got to put on a uniform. Like some of the guys, you can see some of the guys really take care of themselves, and some of it's got to be tough for them.
Well, it is.
It's
I mean,
not
all
like,
you got to do is.
It's not like the people at work aren't saying shit to you all the time.
No,
right?
for years, I was in a very high pressure side. I was in canine and I was in drug enforcement. So the likelihood of having to fight someone or hurdle fences, very physical, was high.
Oh, yeah, I watched Starsky and Hutch. I know what you're talking about.
Sliding across my hood. Thank God there were no hood ornaments.
Wasn't that T.J. Hooker?
Oh, that was with the PR-24, the baton. Remember?
Oh yeah.
He'd run after someone and he'd throw it, and then he'd hit them right in the back, and they'd fall down.
That was great.
Yeah, it was. I always wanted to do that. But,
I never. I don't know. I never. I like the police shows, but I'm not. It's funny. I'm more like I like it now more than ever. I like if just sometimes I would. I'm not necessarily shoot someone, but I would definitely like to tase some people.
Tasing's fun. Listen, it hurts, but it's actually kind of interesting to get tased,
Uh-huh.
to kind of know what it feels like. It is a different sensation.
Is it
It's
thrilling?
not even. Well, it can be thrilling. It's you just go frozen. It's not even like sticking your hand in an outlet or getting shocked by house
Uh-huh.
electricity. It's a little different than that.
I'm getting a tingly. I'm getting a tingly feeling just thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly. But it's also nice that if someone's being a complete moron and they aggress towards you, you can tase them, and 99% of the time it works really well.
Yeah. Oh. Wow. I. Hey, is that a? Do you have to have to walk around with a taser? Do you have to have a permit in Florida?
Well, it's a weapon. Do you need a permit?
A knife's a weapon, but they don't make you carry it.
No. I think if it's the taser that shoots a projectile,
Yeah.
maybe. That's
Oh, the
a good
handheld
question.
one, no big deal.
If you have like just a taser where you have to walk up and push it to someone's
Yeah.
skin, I don't think you need a permit. I'm not sure about the ones that throw out a projectile, though. I'm not sure.
I had I had friends. We were waiting outside to get into this nightclub in Philadelphia, and there was people in. I lived in a warehouse loft, and about 8 of us came down together, and we're waiting in line, and we're pretty tight. We used to watch Seinfeld together and shit like that, and then we were going out, and they're standing in line. It's a nice night. Um, this one girl is searching. The girl says, "Grab my license," and she's talking to some guy, and she grabs it. She goes in there, pulls out some it looked like a stud finder, and the girl took it, and the woman's holding her handbag, right? And it was a pretty big handbag for a girl going out. I didn't fucking understand that, but the other girl took it, and I'm looking at him while we're in line, and she takes this thing that looks like a stud finder at the time because wasn't sure what it was. She puts it up against the girl's neck, and all of a sudden you see the girl just drop on the ground in the middle of
Oh
talking to the
my
guy.
God.
Holy shit. Oh my God! Her arms went up in the air, and she was like, "Oh!" like that, and just fell on the ground. And
oh man!
When it's one of those belly laughs where I bent over forward, and my head hit some girl in her tight skirt. My head went up against her tight leather skirted ass. And she got upset, and there was a big commotion going on. You see, we couldn't go into. They wouldn't let us in there anymore. We were like 15 people away. They were, this is when they first started scanning driver's license to make sure they weren't fake. And that's when we knew that they were a real deal. So
yeah, tased in the neck.
Yeah. So yeah, tasted it. I guess the person goes like this, and I said, "What?" At that point, I go, "Why the hell are you tasing in that?" And then it was the same girl. She set off a pepper spray at a party, a big warehouse lot. She goes, "I didn't think it would go that far. I thought you could only spray it." And I said, "Why were you spraying it?" I said, "Well, the guy was being a dick." And I go, "Well, you showed him and the other 100 people at the party at the loft." So,
yeah, exactly. This girl sounded like she was fun.
Oh, she was hilarious, man. She was beautiful too. She's beautiful.
Oh
man.
my God.
Oh yeah. She was she was upset because her boyfriend had to go outside with the dog because there was a bunch of guys causing trouble, and she goes, "Could you get him? I'll do anything if you get him." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't. False advertising. I had to call her out on because I didn't ask her for it. She wasn't going to do anything. I think she was saying she was going to make me a meal, so I had to go and grab her boyfriend. So did you? So you didn't go anywhere since when you were away at the beginning of the stay-at-home order.
I did right when this started happening. Um, my travel season was coming to a close, and although next week I I am traveling.
Oh well, okay. So did you feel anything different? Have you ever been stuck at home this long? Did you ever have an injury that kept you out of
Yeah,
circulation?
I have actually. I the double hernia years ago, and then when
Mm.
I broke every bone in my right foot
Yeah.
um, during one of those workout sessions. I actually tripped and I fell on the weights. The weights fell on me, and so yeah, there was 2 months here, and then damn, almost 5 months with the
Did
foot.
you? Well, did you
But
learn anything? Like, is there anything that you're taking out of this experience that you didn't know about yourself?
yeah, well, unlike the other times I was home
Uh huh.
because of an injury, I
Uh
knew
huh.
that you know nothing was really threatening my life. I was just convalescing.
Yeah.
But this time I don't know. I think maybe my overall outlook is a little down. I wouldn't call it depression, but a little depressed,
Hmm.
perhaps.
Really?
Not full blown depression. Yeah, it's not because you're not free to move. You're restricted, and it's clearly it's outside forces that are telling you you can't. You understand why, of course, because it's a health issue,
Hmm.
but nonetheless, um, you're restrained from complete freedom of movement,
Hmm.
and so you end up having to make use of your time. So what I've done is I've built gardens, um, and done some stuff around the house. We put a new air conditioner in, which I didn't do anything, but I had to arrange for that. Um, and you can only preoccupy yourself so much. But I think my overall, what I've learned about myself at this age, I'm 56
Yeah.
years old, is yeah, I don't like it. I mean, I'm not angry about it, but overall, yeah, I don't like it. But then again, I'm not totally excited about everything just opening up like tomorrow either. So it's uh, I'm kind of stuck between those two things.
Yeah. Well,
But
I
yeah,
learned
I
that.
didn't expect it.
Yeah.
What? Go ahead.
No, 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 no. I didn't. You didn't expect.
I just didn't expect that I would be kind of in a overall down mood. Um, Even though I've tried to fill my day with creative crafts and activities.
I
What have
yeah.
you experienced?
Well, I realized I could definitely. I do have a. Well, I'm not. I don't procrastinate as much as I can, but I'll tell you, a lot of things that I put off are the cause of my anxiety. I can waste time. I could waste time. I definitely I waste time, and um, when I waste time, it's because of anxiety. I think I just want to delay doing something. But I learned that,
Huh.
and it's a small thing. It sounds like a small thing, but it's an important thing. I could have. I always thought I could have learned all about this share sale. It's called affiliate marketing. I could have done it, but luckily, with all this stuff, we did the podcasting and we upped our numbers. I think we're up. We may be up 50% since the beginning of the
Well, good.
pandemic, and I think, yeah, and we're well on our way. We're going to be what's today? Episode 285. We're 286. We're going to do uh, maybe two on Thursday, so it's 288. And if we are, gosh, in June we're going to hit 300. We're going to hit 300. I don't know if I'm not going to probably do live shows anymore unless we're doing it from a location. You know,
Yeah,
not
I
because
mean, I
of a
would.
fear of infection. I learned this.
No, no, no.
We don't have to do it because of infection. Because I I don't have to move all my equipment around. That's a pain in the ass. But I can. I mean, really want to. All I have to do is call them. I want to bring Jenna back in and stuff like that on that. But I wasn't doing it because I couldn't. I didn't learn until recently that we could do add people to the show. And I did learn how to do chats. So I guess the next show you and I do, I'll promote it and maybe. So wait, you're going to go away next week?
Yeah, it's when do I come back? I don't know. I got to look at the itinerary. I think I come back on Friday.
Oh, so we'll do another show. I get up. I don't have to do that many shows. So, well, I like to do. I've done 2 shows on my own since the pandemic.
Well, this week, if you want to bang out some shows, that's
well,
that's fine.
I release them as they go, so it doesn't matter. I can where you're away, like because of this. I mean, you do have downtime in the hotels, right? Or are you busy like 12 hours a day?
Oh no. I mean, if you wanted to do this later in the evening,
yeah, I could do later in the evening.
Yeah,
I can do this later in the evening. It'd be great. It'll occupy some of your time. You know what I mean? So it'll be only Tuesday and Thursday because that's the only nights I have off right now. So,
well, just give me a heads up, and I'll tell you where I'm at.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. This is the end of the show, so we will talk. We will talk tomorrow. Same time Thursday.
Same time Thursday. Sounds good to me.
Okay, and if it's rolling along, maybe we'll throw in an extra show. We'll see how that is. Okay. If it's all right.
Awesome.
Okay.
Of course, it's okay.
Okay. We'll just I could do 6 a week. I'm just providing content for people so when they're driving down the road, so they can occupy themselves. Right?
But don't.
There's guys that used to masturbate when they used to throw when they're driving. This way they can just listen to the show and they don't have to masturbate. Or
well, that's always good.
Don't text when you're driving. Listen to the podcast. Pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention.
Push the radio button.
What?
I said push the radio buttons. Don't push your man button.
Don't push your radio button. You don't need your radio button. All you have to do is play Florida Keys Bartender podcast, latest episode.
And don't masturbate.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. You're touching yourself. You're using lotion. It's not good hand. What do you call that? Hand.
Oh God. Hand sanitizer while you masturbate?
Well, no, it's called hand. Oh God, not sanitary. Good hand protocol. Hand.
I have no idea. What are you talking about? It's like a hand lube.
Not a hand lube, man. Not a hand. Well, the hand lube. There's nothing better than Jergens lotion. Makes your skin soft. No, there are better. There's tons better things than Jergens lotion.
Of course there is. Use a Vino.
I know. People would have said, no, of course I don't mean that. You're not masturbating in your car. No, what I meant is that there's better lubricants. No, hand protocols. What's this called? Hand. God, I work for a hospital sometimes and I can't remember this shit. Hand something.
Maybe we should do that for another show.
What?
Whatever it is you're thinking about.
No, I was talking about protocols for maintaining hand. God.
Softness.
What?
Suppleness.
Not suppleness. No. If you're going in a hospital or something like that, for so you're not a carrier. You're not carrying germs. You're not spreading germs. I don't work for the CDC, so don't blame me, guys. You're the ones. The listeners, are the ones that are considering masturbating in the car, or the movie theater, or the post office, or the mall.
Where have those hands been?
Yeah, where have your hands been? Practice safe hand. I know the word, and it'll probably come up in the next show. Joe, this you're talking. It's hand. Proper. They talk about it for proper whenever you're doing stuff for like getting ready for an operation. It's proper, not hand. It's more difficult than we'll get to that later. But you know what? I spent 3 minutes just trying to remember this one goddamn thing.
That's what I'm saying. Let's save it for another
Well,
show.
maybe I'll
So
just
the next show,
maybe
we'll
great.
find
I
out
can
what
spend a
this
whole
mystery
show
was.
not thinking about anything and not remembering anything. So before we end up, we send a shout out. We had listeners from Chicago, Washington, Virginia, Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. Beaver Falls.
How's a beaver?
Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. That's around Pittsburgh. I wonder if that's a relative or something like that. If there's any listeners, if you could send us some pictures, that'd be great. And so pictures of yourself, okay?
Oh, I thought pictures of your beaver. No beaver pictures?
No beaver shots. I did send a girl some dick pics.
Oh, good God.
No, but it wasn't. It was, I know, it was corny. It was like Dick Sargent, Dick Van Patten, Dick Nixon. It was 20 of them. Dick Butkus, Dick York. I think Dick York, is that a person's name? I don't know if Dick York is.
Yeah, he was. Dick York was Bewitched.
Okay, Dick York. Yeah. Dick York was in it. God, I'm thinking Dick Allen. You know, it's just names. Dick Rogers. You know, it'd be funny. Dick Johnson.
Dick Johnson.
Mr. Johnson. Dick. What's another name for Dick Rodney Johnson? Rodney Dick Johnson. That'd be a great name. Right? And people like is saying, well, I'm a porn star. And he goes, well, you're using it too much. You're overdoing that. Rodney Dick Johnson. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You just
a little bit much.
Yeah, you just pull it back some. So here we go, 52 minutes. I think for most of you. Oh, Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, Atlanta.
Proper Atlanta, Georgia on your hand. No, Atlanta, Georgia. They're listening. Chicago. We did the Netherlands did come through a little, but not that much. And we did Novodnik, Poland, and Krasny. For some reason, Abby told people that the adult store show was going to be this past Sunday, and they listened to it. And I said, no, it's not going to be. It's going to be on a Sunday. It's going to be on Sunday. I'm going to go right after church. I think it'd be good. I'm going to go to church before we do the show. Oh,
what you should do is
I won't be able to do the show. I won't be able to do the show. Maybe I have to do the show late at night because they're putting me doubles on Sundays.
Well, let's do it late at night. I don't care. That'll be fun.
I mean, it'd be real late at night. It'd be like 10 o'clock.
They're open.
Okay, yeah. I wonder if it's 10 o'clock on a Sunday. Would you do it?
Of course I would.
Okay, great. Yeah, it would be 10 o'clock. I'll just talk to him and say, hey, listen.
As long as I don't have to go to... In fact, I would probably masturbate, go to church, and then I'd be there at 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't necessarily. I can watch a recorded mass or something like that, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, well, I want to thank you, Papa Joe, for being on the show. I will see you Thursday, and then I'll bid you a safe journey. But I will be talking to you while you're away anyway, so.
That's right.
You like to say anything? Say hello to anybody?
No, I don't want to say hello to anybody. Piss
Okay.
off. But
there
it was fun, and we'll see you next time.
Fuck off then, right? Okay.
That's right.
Well, thank you, folks. Take care, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you, Papa Joe. I'll talk to you Thursday.
Cool deal. See you then.
Okay, signing off. Here's the music. Boom, 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 boom. Smooth sound, kind of like jazzy sounds of the keyboard thing. Okay, signing off.